In the last sheriff's report, we spoke about the issue of trust between community and law enforcement. Trust is very important. Trust enables us to do our job. Trust keeps communities safe. Now, recently I attended a conference of major county sheriffs, and I presented a paper to those in attendance on the topic of trust. One of the themes of the paper was the relationship between public trust and public expectations. Trust increases when there's a balance between public expectations for the quality and equality of services that we give and law enforcement's ability to deliver services in line with those expectations. Sheriffs present at the conference were concerned about the increasing disconnect between what the public expects and what we are realistically able to deliver. Public expectations are very high for both quality and quantity of services. If anything, they're higher than they've ever been. At the same time, over the past several years, many law enforcement agencies in the United States have experienced cutbacks. Here in the Pierce County Sheriff's Department, we've lost dozens of positions, sworn positions and civilian positions combined. Public expectations here have remained high, while our ability to meet those expectations have decreased. We have seen this recently in several neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods are experiencing public order and traffic issues, as well as increases in property crime. We should be able to deploy personnel to work with those neighborhoods and be readily available to take law enforcement action. But after losing dozens of positions over the past 5 to 8 years, this is far more difficult. Like many public agencies and private sector businesses as well, we've lost staff during the recession. The recession hit everyone hard. But as we slowly leave the recession behind, let's not pretend that staff reductions didn't happen. Let's not imagine that everything is automatically reset to pre-cutback levels. The idea that we can constantly do more and more with less and less, well, it ranks right up there with pixie dust and unicorns and a tooth fairy on the reality scale. We need to get real. We do not deliver law enforcement services in fantasy land. We deliver those services in Pierce County, and Pierce County is not some sleepy little rural outpost. It has real-time, big-time, prime-time crime. Why do you think Cops wants to come and film here? Truth is that public expectations have gone up while our staffing has gone down. So we need to adjust public expectations, or we need to adjust staffing, or both. We need to narrow the gap between public expectations and the department's ability to deliver. As my staffing numbers have decreased, we've not been able to do the amount of self-initiated policing that we'd like to do. We've not been able to intervene early in public order issues. We have necessarily become more reactive, as we must send our reduced number of deputies to deal with the most urgent, immediate needs. As staffing has gone down, more of our time is spent answering priority calls for service. This leaves less time for getting to know the community, having the community get to know us. You know, in recent months, there's been a call for law enforcement to do more community outreach, community engagement, and more de-escalation training to enhance public trust. Outreach and engagement and training all take time. Time is not free. In law enforcement as elsewhere, there's no free lunch. More and more does not come from less and less. Our deputies care about what they do. They take their work very seriously. They take public expectations seriously. They want to do more for the people of Pierce County. It's not a question of motivation or work ethic. It's a question of resources. In my budget request for the county's 2016 budget, I provided some modest steps to address this situation. I'm requesting 6 personnel for a property crime reduction team to get ahead of the curve for serious crimes such as burglary and metal theft. I know that we can make a difference, and we are ready and willing to step up to do so if the county and the public will meet us halfway. We can address these issues and be in a better position to meet expectations and reduce crime. With wise decisions by the council in the 2016 budget and with active public involvement, we can keep things real and we can keep Pierce County safe.